Sheboygan A's are taking on the Pewaukee Muskies in the second game of the Wisconsin Amateur Baseball Classic. I should say the second game for the A's. The Muskies are 2-0 so far in the pool, so this is a must-win game for the A's. They won last night. They are 1-0. If the A's lose, the Muskies will advance. If the A's win, they'll advance to 2-0. And then they have the West Dallas Nighthawks to follow. And should they win that, they will advance to the semifinal tomorrow morning. If they lose, it would then bring up a tiebreaker between West Dallas, the Muskies, and the A's to determine who would advance from this pool. On the mound tonight for the A's, it's going to be Eric Schmitz. In the lineup that he'll see will be Clayton Schmidt to lead it off, Sam Swan batting second, and Ethan Urban batting third.
Leading off the game for the Muskies is center fielder number 3, Clayton Schmidt.
Connor Marauder batting in the cleanup spot. Trent Borgart is batting fifth. Jackson Huang is batting in the sixth spot. Tom Zimmerman batting seventh. Mike Rufer in the eighth spot, and Andy Cannon batting in the ninth spot. And it's a first pitch strike from Schmitz. 0-1, we're underway. Fastball just missing off the outside, a ball and a strike. A's won the coin toss for the home field advantage, so they will play as the home team. And Schmitz moves ahead quickly, a ball and 2 strikes to Schmidt, who's playing center field for Pewaukee. Now that one's down and away. Picked up by Grimm, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Swung on and hit into left. Playable. Swan will just take about 1 or 2 steps back. Easy play for him. That is the first out of the inning. So now it'll be Sam Swan DHing.
Designated hitter number 31, Sam Swan.
On defense for the A's, it's Mitch Sutton playing first base, Hunter Berry at second, Grant Kasinke is playing short with Harry Stelt at third. Warner is in left, he just made that catch. It's Cole McClavick in center. And now Swan hits that one in the left. And that's going to hang up, and Warner's going to make the catch in foul territory. That's the second out. So again, McClavick in center and Josh Moses in right.
Left fielder number 25, Ethan Urban.
And Eric Schmidt pitching again, and it's Grimm doing the catching. So now it's Ethan Urban who's playing left field. There's a good curveball for a called strike, 0-1. It's a fastball that is down and away. It's evened up at 1-1. And the 1-1 is a fastball up and in, swung and a missed. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, a fastball taken down low by Urban. The count evens back up at 2 with Connor Marauder, the cleanup hitter, on deck. There's a swing and a miss. It gets away from Grimm, and he'll lob it over to first in time. So that's a strikeout for Schmitz and a 2-3 putout, and that will end the inning. So Schmitz, quick work against the Muskies, and we'll head to the bottom half of the first. Pewaukee held scoreless. The Sheboygan A's bats are coming up next.
Also, we want to thank Aurora Sports and Medical Institute for providing coverage.
Cameron Gudinski is on the mound for the Pewaukee Muskies. Right-handed starter. And the lineup that he'll face tonight, the Sheboygan A's have Mark Warner to lead it off, with Mitch Sutton batting second and Josh Moses batting third. Harry Steld is cleaning up tonight with Taylor Grimm batting fifth and Adam Lyon, the DH, batting in the sixth spot. It'll be Hunter Berry batting seventh, Grant Kasinski batting eighth, and Cole McClavick in the ninth spot. Defensively for Pewaukee, it's Tom Zimmerman at first. Playing second is Andy Cannon.
Looking out the bottom first for the A's, left fielder number 16, Mark Warner.
Connor Marauder playing short, and at third is Trent Borger. In the outfield, it's Ethan Urban in left, Clayton Schmidt in center, and in right, it's Jackson Huang. There's a first pitch strike, 0-1 to Warner. Doing the catching is Mike Rufer for the Pewaukee Muskies.
Yeah, that time I saw the one.
That's just this speaker, it's not the whole ball.
I was going to say.
Now a swing and a miss. Warner down in the count, 0-2.
Ear infection right now, so it's hard to hear. I can't hear it.
0-2 is a fastball and a late call, strike three. Warner is calling on strikes on 3 pitches.
First baseman number 45, Mitch Sutton.
So 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Mitch Sutton. A's coming off a victory where they won in a 17-0 thrashing of the Rubicon Red Sox. The first pitch to Sutton is down and away for a ball, 1-0. Game was close early. It was 2-0 entering the fifth before the A's scored 15 runs in the final 3 innings as they pulled away late. Down and away again, 2 balls and no strikes. Schwartz went the complete game. Allowed just a couple of base runners. Both of them were hits. Gave up no walks. There's a called strike, 2-1. Two-one fastball is down low. 3-1 to Sutton with Moses on deck. Now a timeout. Gudinski's going to take a little circle around the mound. Now a 3-1 fastball misses high as Sutton's going to take his walk. So a 1-out base runner, a 5-pitch walk.
Right fielder number 36, Josh Moses.
And it'll be the right fielder, Josh Moses. Last night he hit a home run. It was part of their 5-run 5th inning. And he'll take one down low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Moses last night was only retired once on a strikeout. He finished 3 for 4 with that home run, 2 singles, 3 RBIs. He was also hit by a pitch, and now he hits a ground ball to the right side, and making the play will be the second baseman, Andy Cannon. Will then throw over to the shortstop, Rodder covering second base to get the force. So it's a 4-6 fielder's choice.
Third baseman number 19, Harry Stelt.
Sutton put out on the bases. Moses goes to first. Now 2 outs in the inning. And it'll bring up Harry Stelt. Called strike to Stelt, 0-1. Stelt and Moses are tied for the team lead for home runs. They both have 5 on the season. Moses hit his 5th last night. Now Stelt hits that one into right, and it's going to hang up And the right fielder, Jackson Huang, is going to make the catch. That's going to end the inning. A's get a base runner with one on a
Stay
walk.
connected with your A's
But they
all
cannot
season long on
bring
our
him across
website,
the score, and we have completed a full
SheboyganBaseball.org.
inning. We'll go to the
For
top
all
of the
our
second.
fundraising events as well as
We have a
games
scoreless
and
game
promos
so
we have
far
on
between the Pewaukee
here at
Muskies
the
and the
park.
Sheboygan A's.
And you can follow us and like us on Facebook and Twitter.
It'll be the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Connor Marauder, Trent Borgert, and then Jackson Huang. The shortstop, third baseman, and right fielder for the Muskies. And Marauder takes a pitch on the outside for a called strike, 0-1. Marauder bats from the left side. So he took that one on the outside. Schmidt's trying the outside again, but will miss. And it's evened up at a ball and a strike. One pitch is grounded over to Barry at second base as it takes a funny hop, almost goes over his head, but a good reaction to leap up and make the grab, and the throw is in time. That's the first out.
Third baseman number 33, Trent Bogart.
4-3 ground out, and now it's Trent Borgert. And he'll take a curveball on the inside. It's a called strike. Borgart plays third base, bats from the right side, takes another curveball, same location, down in the count 0-2.
That's all you should see on curveballs. Bailed on both of them.
And a swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. It'll be picked up by Grimm, and he'll throw over to first in time. The second strikeout. And Schmitz went all Ks on that at bat, or all curveballs on that at bat for the strikeout. And it's 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Jackson
Number
Huang.
20, right fielder, Jackson Huang.
Bats from the right side, does Huang, playing right field tonight. That one misses down low for a ball. 1-0 the count. No fastball swung on and fouled out of play. Count evens up at 1-1. From the windup and the 1-1. Fastball in on his hands, fouled back to the backstop. A 1-2 count. 2 outs in the inning. Now a 1-2 curveball, fouled. That rolls to the backstop near the infield tarps. And it's still a 1-2 count. Now a curveball, hit past Stelt in the left. That'll be a base hit. The first base runner for the Muskies and the first base hit. Comes with 2 outs here in the first, or the second inning.
First baseman number 27, Tom Zimmerman.
And it'll bring up Tom Zimmerman, a right-hander who is playing at first base. And Zimmerman takes a called strike. Put it right on the outside, and Schmidt's got the call. First time that Schmitz has worked from the stretch, and now that one's hit deep in the center, but McClavick's got a beat on it, and he's going to backpedal as he makes the catch in medium deep center, and that is going to end the inning. So the Muskies get a runner on a base hit with 2 outs. The flyout ends the inning. And we'll head to the bottom half of the second inning.
If your A's can get
And we are still scoreless between the Pewaukee Muskies and the Sheboygan A's.
Catcher number 9, Taylor Grimm.
Taylor Grimm's going to lead it off. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Grimm, Adam Ryan, and then Hunter Berry. Still no score as we enter the bottom of the second. And Grimm takes one off the outside from Gudinski. A ball and no strikes. Fastball down low off the glove of Roofer. It'll roll away just a bit. 2 balls and no strikes. Reminder, this game is only 7 innings, as are all games in this tournament. And the pool play games have a time limit of 1 hour and 55 minutes. So once that limit is reached, no new inning can resume or can start. As that fastball misses up and in, as Grimm is able to check his swing. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Green light for Grimm, and he swings and fouls that one up the third base side off the facing of his dugout. Moves the count to 3 balls and a strike. Now a cue shot off the end of his bat right down the first base line, as Zimmerman's going to pick it up right near the bag, take one step to record the out as a 3 unassisted.
Designated hitter number 39, Adam Ryan.
And that's going to bring up Adam Ryan.
It's a 3-1 pitch you want to swing at.
Ryan DHing in this game tonight. And he'll take one down and away for a ball, 1-0. Now he'll take a called strike on the inside. Ryan bats from the left side. Now a curve that just missed the top of the zone. 2 balls and a strike. We're in the bottom of the second inning. There's nobody on base. And we have no score as that one's grounded to Rotter at short. He'll pick it up and make the throw an easy out, 6-3. That is out number 2, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Hunter Berry.
Second baseman, number 15, Hunter Berry.
There are some few scattered clouds in the area, but for the most part, blue skies. About 81 degrees. As Berry swings and fouls one back, and it's 0-1. There's a called strike. Fastball at the top of the zone. Catching the outer third, and it's 0-2. 0-2 fastball down low. Blocked by Roofer. 1-2 the count. With Kasenki on deck, who will hit should Berry reach in this inning. Berry hits that one into right. It is carrying a bit, but not enough as Swang will make the catch in right as he drifts back, and that's going to end the inning. So the A's go 3 up, 3 down. And we have completed 2 innings. We'll head to the top of the third. We are still scoreless at Wildwood as the
This inning is being brought to
Pewaukee
you
Muskies are
by
coming up in the top
Lakeshore
of the third.
Lanes, and it is a time for our Lakeshore Lanes pin drop. Today, our
Mike Roofer will lead off the top of the third. 8, 9, and 1 in the order. Roofer doing the catching this evening, as he'll take a curve outside for a ball, 1-0. So far through 2 innings, Schmitz has 2 Ks. He's given up 1 base hit. That's the only base runner he's allowed so far, as he'll fall behind now 2 balls and no strikes. It's Andy Cannon to follow, and then Clayton Schmidt at the top of the order. There's a swing and a miss, 2-1. A pitch up in the zone, but fouled back, and it's 2-2. Now Schmitz will come inside, and it'll be fouled over the dugout of the Muskies. Count still at 2-2. Now a curveball popped up right to Barry. He'll take a couple steps in and make the catch on the edge of the infield grass. That's the first out of the inning.
Second baseman number 19, Andy Cannon.
Good curveball from Schmitz. Jammed the hitter. So Roofer's out. That'll bring up Andy Cannon. A righty playing at second. And he'll take a fastball on the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. Another fastball misses off the outside. 2 balls and no strikes to Cannon. And now a fastball that just missed the bottom of the zone. Had plenty of the plate. Couldn't quite catch the knees. And Schmitz is down 3 balls and no strikes. Now he'll get a called strike. As Cannon initially started his walk over to first. Well, 2 steps before the umpire gave the strike call. So now the 3-1. And now it's 3-2. Another fastball on the outer third, just above the knees. And the payoff, swung on and grounded foul into the netting. Still 3-2. Schmidt's trying to put away the 9-hole hitter with the top of the order due up. There's 1 out in the inning. There's a swing and a fly ball. It's shallow, and Warner will come in and make the catch. And that's going to be the second out. So good job from Schmitz. Fell behind 3-0, works it full, and eventually gets the fly out.
Center fielder number 3, Clayton Schmidt.
So now it's Clayton Schmidt. Schmidt flew out to left to begin the day. And he's 0 for 1. And the first pitch is swung on and hit right to Kasenki at short. A nice strong throw, and that's going to end the inning. So Schmitz with his second 3-up, 3-down inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. We've gone 2.5, and we're still scoreless between the Muskies and the A's.
Our distributor of Budweiser products.
Leading on the bottom of the third for the A's, shortstop number 14, Grant Kosinski.
Kosinski.
Grant Kasenki is going to lead it off. 8-9-1 in the order. It'll be McClavic to follow, and then the top of the order. And the first pitch is lined to left. That's a base hit. Kasenki's going to stop at first, as Urban made the play in left field and throws it in.
Center fielder number 24, Cole McClavic.
It's the second base runner of the evening so far, and the first base hit for the A's. against Gudinski. So now it's Cole McClavick who's playing center field. A throw over to first as it will be high. Kosenki will reach back into first rather easily. It's Warner on deck. Top of the order follows. McClavick initially squared to bunt, pulled it back, and he'll take a strike on the outside. 0-1. Looks like McClavick might be trying to bunt the runner over, trying to put a runner at second in a tie game as there's a called strike as Warner's bat weight came flying off his bat and
I have
in
never seen that.
to the field
Wow.
of play. As the pitcher Gudinski was making the throw, the weight flew off his bat
Just pitch on it.
and began tumbling in front of the mound.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
That is, yeah, exactly.
The pitch will
Wow.
count. So it goes to 0-2. One of the more unusual things you will see. And not surprisingly, Warner no longer using that bat weight. Now the 0-2 hit into right, foul out of play. Still an 0-2 count. Gudinski looks over the runner at first, and now a throw. Kosenki is back in time. A fastball off the outside. As Roofer initially thought about a pickoff to first. Does not make a throw. It's 1-2. The Muskies are trying to keep a close eye of Kosenki. He does have a decent lead at first. Not stealing, and McClavick will take one down low, 2-2. Look over to first. Gudinski's working from the stretch. There's a fastball that just missed the outside. And McClavick, after falling behind 0-2, has worked it full. And the payoff, a called strike. McClavick thought it was ball 4. Umpire rings him up, and that's the first out of the inning.
Left fielder number 16, Mark Warner.
The ball, or I should say the pitch, definitely had the plates. The only question was if it was too low. The umpire thought it caught the bottom of the zone. So it's a called strike, and it's Warner. As there's another throw over to first, Kosenki's back in time. Warner struck out looking in the bottom of the first. He's 0 for 1. He'll take a breaking ball that missed up. It's a ball and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the third. We still have no score. A's just got their first hit. That was Kosenki, who stands at first base. As that one is popped up, that'll be out of play behind home plate. A ball and a strike. Gudinski, a quick look at first, and he's going to come to the plate, and it'll be a curve that misses outside. It's 2-1. Mitch Sutton is on deck. Barring a double play, he will bat in the inning as Warner takes a called strike. In the outer third at the knees, it's 2-2. Now Warner swings and grounds that one to Marauder at short, and he's going to make the play at first. And it's a close play, but in time, and Warner's retired. Marauder had to come busting in to make that play. His only shot was first.
First baseman number 45, Mitch Sutton.
He had almost no shot at getting a force at second. And he had to make a quick off-balance throw that just beat beat Warner by about half a step. So now it'll be Mitch Sutton with a runner at second base. 2 outs in the inning. There's a curveball on the outside for a strike, 0-1. And the Sutton is a strike, 0-2. Sutton walked in the first, and he'll take one up and in for a ball. 1-2 the count. He was eventually put out on the bases on a fielder's choice. Now the 1-2, a weak ground ball to Borgart at third base. He'll pick it up and make the throw in time, and that's going to end the inning. So the A's get a leadoff base hit. The next 3 men are retired in order. A strikeout, and 2 groundouts, and we will head to the top of the 4th. We're through 3, and we're still scoreless between Pewaukee and Sheboygan. It's the top of the 4th, and it's Sam Swan, the DH. Will be Ethan Urban and then Connor Marauder. 2, 3, 4 in the order. It's a called strike, 0-1. Now Schmitz will miss down low with a curveball, 1-1. Now a fastball. Missing outside to Swan. He bats from the left side. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to Warner and left. Now when he's swing and a miss. Count moves to 2-2. Pitch down in the dirt. And Swan thought about it, only about a quarter swing, and it gets away from Grimm. This skip to the backstop. So it's a 3-2 count.
Until I'm gonna fall off. I would say so.
Now a curve, and on the outside, a perfect pitch. A swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Schmitz. That's going to bring up Ethan Urban. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Left fielder number 25, Ethan Urban.
He was the first of the 3 strikeouts so far in this game. And on the first pitch, he pops it up to the right side. And between Barry and Sutton, Sutton's going to make the call, and he's going to make the catch. About halfway up the first base, or halfway between first and
Shortstop number
second.
37, Connor Marauder.
So 2 outs. It'll bring up Connor Marauder, who led off the second with a ground ball. That was to Barry, as he was put out on a 4-3. Now he'll take one down low.
Yeah.
Ball and no strikes.
Assuming that's a ball.
It was a half swing. Sort of looked like the batter went, but no call from the umpire. So I believe it was a ball down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Now there's a called strike. A curve on the outside, 2-1.
I don't like this umpire. He waits for a second after
Yeah.
the pitch.
Another late call.
That one's down low. And they're going to appeal down to first.
I have no idea what the call is. It's 3-1 or 2-2. The catcher acted like that was the 3rd strike. Tagged it.
The appeal was ruled that he held up. It's a 3-1 count. Now the 3-1 is popped up to the left side, and that'll be out of play. Over the A's dugout, it's now a full count at 3-2 to Marauder, the shortstop. Now a fastball off the glove of off of Schmitz, and then Hunter Berry makes the play. That's going to be the final out. Officially, it will go as a 1-4-3.
It is time for our
And Schmitz
Trilling True
jumped up to
Value
try and
trivia
grab it. It
question.
was off the end of his
Today
glove.
I have Linda
For
participating
Barry, was there
with
to
me,
back
and
it
if
up
she can get
and
the
made a
answer
nice play,
correct,
and the
she's
inning is
taking
over.
home 8 Trilling True Value gift certificates. It is a multiple choice.
Another clean inning
choice
for
option
Schmitz, and we'll head to the
Who has
bottom
the first
half of the
hit in
fourth.
Wildwood baseball park history?
and we're still
A.
scoreless.
Steve Coles, B. Lee Wettenkamp, or C. Gene
be Josh Moses to lead it off in the bottom of the fourth. A's have their middle of the order, 3, 4, and 5. It'll be Stelt and then Grimm following Moses. Josh grounded into a 4-6 fielder's choice back in the first. He's 0 for 1. Now he'll take one down low for a ball. And now it's 2-0. That one misses down and away. Now a swinging a ground ball back to Marauder. And the throw is going to be just in time to get the out. It was a close play as Marauder backed up on that ball. As he waited
Third
for a
baseman,
couple
number
of...
19, Harry Stelt.
He waited before that ball bounced a couple of times. That nearly cost the Muskies an out. So it's a 6-3, and it brings up Harry Stelt. And he takes a called strike on the inside, 0-1. Stelt flew up to right to end the first. He's 0 for 1. Now he'll take one down and away for a ball. Evened up at 1. Curveball, inside corner, 1-2. Now a swinging a line drive, and it's going to be caught.
Come on, Harry.
And actually, it's going to be ruled a ground ball. Out still recorded. Initially, Marauder held up his glove like he caught the ball. The umpire said it was no good, so
Catcher,
he makes
number
the throw.
9, Taylor Grimm.
Stelt hit it hard. All he gets is a 6-3 ground out. So that's 2 outs. That brings up Taylor Grimm. Both teams with just 1 hit so far, and now Grimm hits a weak one over to Borgert at third, and the throw is going to be in time, and that's going to end the inning. So both pitchers matching each other.
If you could take a look at
We'll
your
head to the
day-to-day
fifth.
program,
We've completed
wait,
4.
Someone needs a car wash and Magic Car
Both
Wash.
teams
is
have been
helping
shut
us
out so
with
far.
that
Both
this
teams with just
season.
1
I
hit.
have a Magic Car Wash gift certificate. And if your program number is
As we go to the top of the fifth,
353,
as the
353,
Pewaukee
you could go to the fan
Muskies
services
are
table
coming up
to
to bat.
claim your prize.
Trent Borgart is going to lead it off in a game that is still scoreless. Schmitz and Gudinski have both just given up one base hit. As Borgart takes one off the outside for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 has popped up to the right side. Sutton is making the call, using his glove to shield his eyes, and he'll make the catch. It's the first out of the inning.
Right fielder number 20, Jackson Huang.
So it's Jackson Huang, the right fielder. He's got the only base hit for the Muskies. Also the only base runner so far for Pewaukee. He takes a curveball inside for a strike. 0-1. Schmidt so far with 3 Ks. Gudinski has 2. And now it's 0-2, a fastball at the bottom of the zone. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And a curveball swung on and missed. Graham able to hold on to it, and that's the second out, and the 4th K for Schmitz. Now that brings up Tom Zimmerman, the first baseman.
First baseman number 27, Tom Zimmerman.
Zimmerman has flown out to center. That ended the second inning. This is his second at bat. And he'll take a curveball that comes in and hits him. Now Zimmerman having some words with Schmitz. And Schmitz seemed to just sort of laugh it off and pointed at him. So it's a hit by pitch.
Catcher number 30, Mike Rufer.
I think Zimmerman's still saying some words to Schmitz at first base. There's a called strike. It's 0-1. I'm being told that Schmitz used to pitch for Milwaukee, or Pewaukee. So it might be just a friendly exchange of words. And now the 0-1 is popped up, and the right fielder Moses is going to come sprinting in and make the catch. That's going to end the inning. So that's going to end the inning. We're through 4.5. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th.
The bottom of the 5th inning,
And it's still
your A's
scoreless
Bat is being brought to you
between
by
the Muskies and the A's.
Meat Meat Market for our double brought inning. If your A's can score 2 runs or
For the A's, designated hitter number 39, Adam Ryan.
It's 6, 7, 8 in the order. Adam Ryan, Hunter Berry, Grant Kasenke. A game that is still scoreless in the bottom of the 5th. Both teams have just one hit. As that one misses down 1-0. Gudinski and Schmitz have both been on the top of their game so far. Matching each other pitch for pitch as that one comes in and almost hits Ryan. As he'll spin out of the way, 2-0. Ryan grounded out to short. He's 0 for 1. Now he takes a called strike on the outside. 2-1. Now Ryan hits that one in the left. It's deep and it's going to one-hop the fence. That's going to be a double. The way the left fielder Urban was running, it looked like he was tracking it down, but it just kept carrying. As it one-hops the fence, the A's have their first extra base hit.
Second baseman number 15, Hunter Berry.
It's just the second hit for the A's, just the third hit for either team. The A's have a runner at scoring position with nobody out. It's also just the second base runner for either team to reach second base so far in this game. The other was Kasenke, who advanced on a ground out and went from first to second. It's Hunter Berry, and he'll take a ball 1-0. So he'll step out and get some signs from Lumens, who's doing the coaching down at third base. And Berry squares to bunt, bunts through it, then they throw down to second to try and pick off Adam Ryan, who had gotten a big lead off a second. But the throw is late, as it took a couple of hops before Murata, the shortstop, could get his glove on it. So Ryan is safe. It's a 1-1 count after Berry bunted through the 1-0 pitch. Squares to bunt again, and it's a strike. And now Lumen's arguing the call. I believe it was a called strike, not on the bunt, because it looked like Berry was able to pull it back. So it's a 1-2 count. Now a timeout, as Gudinski will step off and go back through the signs with his catcher Roofer. The 1-2 to Roofer, or 1-2 to Berry. Is swung and a miss. That's a strikeout. That's the first out of the inning, and now it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter.
Oh, Viscoso's coming in.
And it's going to be Joe Viscoso, number 42.
Joe Viscoso.
Pinch hitting number 42, Joe Viscoso.
So Viscoso will pinch hit for Grant Kasenke. There's a good chance that Kasenke will be back in the game, as each starter is allowed to be substituted and then come back in at one time in each game. And Viscoso on the first pitch grounds it off the facing of his dugout in between several A's players. It's 0-1. Viscoso does not have a home run on the season, but he does have plenty of power, as he'll take one high for a ball, 1-1. He's not seen a ton of playing time this season. This is just the 21st plate appearance and 7th game overall for Viscoso, as he'll take a called strike, and it's 1-2. The A's have the go-ahead run at first, or at second. It's represented in Adam Ryan. He doubled the lead off the inning. Now Viscoso gets jammed and hits one hard down the right field line, but it's just foul. Viscoso got one in on his hands and he was late on it. Still made pretty good contact, but he couldn't quite keep it fair, so it'll stay at 1-2. It's McClavic on deck. One out in the inning. Still a scoreless game here in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball down low, blocked by Roofer. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2, a fastball up in the zone, fouled straight back. He got underneath it. We'll do it again at 2-2. This is a must-win game for the A's, because if Pewaukee wins, they'll move to 3-0 in the pool, which would allow them to advance, as that would make them undefeated in this pool. This is Pool C. So that one's down low. It's now a full count. The 4 teams in this pool is the Sheboygan A's, the Pewaukee Muskies, the Rubicon Red Sox, who the A's beat last night, and the West Dallas Nighthawks, who the A's play after this game. A's are 1-0. The West Dallas Nighthawks 1-1. Again, the Muskies 2-0, and the Red Sox, who are eliminated from advancing, are 0-3. The full count pitch, that one's lined deep into left center. That's going to stay in the ballpark as it hops off the top of the fence. That's going to be a double, and the A's grab a 1-0 lead. Viscoso comes through in the clutch with a pinch hit double. He missed a home run by about 3 feet, but it gives the A's a 1-0 lead. Now Viscoso's going to come off the game, and Kasenki's just going to take his spot back.
Re-entering the game, number 14, Grant Kosenki.
Again, each starter is allowed to re-enter the game once.
Center fielder number 24, Cole McClavic.
So Viscoso gets a pinch hit appearance, and then Kosenki takes his spot back. If Kosenki comes out of the game at any point through the rest of the game, he will be eliminated from coming back in the game for the rest of this game. As McClavic will take one up in the zone for a ball. It's 1-0. Again, the A's take the lead 1-0. A double from Ryan led it off, and then a double from Viscoso. Now there's a line drive into left center. That's a base hit. Kosenki being waved around third, and the throw's going to be cut off on the infield as Kosenki scores without a throw to the plate. And it's 2-0 A's. McClavic hit it hard just over the reach of Connor Marauder, the shortstop. And he's a very tall shortstop. And McClavic got just enough height on that line drive. So it's 2-0 A's as we are having a conference at the mound. Unknown if there's a pitching change. I don't believe so. The infield will break up as manager Jim Kalupa will
Left fielder number 16, Mark Warner.
or take a stroll back to his dugout. Kudinski's still on the mound. And Weston Nelson is going to come in as a pinch runner for McClavic.
Pitch runner number 30, Weston Nelson.
This is another situation where it's more than likely that McClavic will come back in this game at some point. Probably most likely in a defensive change when the A's retake the field in the 6th. So Nelson now at first as a pinch runner. There is a courtesy runner allowed in this league, but only for the catcher. And it's a called strike. The A's at the top of the order. It's Warner, who's down in the count 0-1. Still just one out in the inning. He's swinging a foul to the backstop. 0-2 as the A's have finally figured out Kudinski. He had struck out 2 batters through 4, giving up just 1 base hit, but a double from Ryan to lead off the inning. Viscoso with 1 out doubled in Ryan, and then a single from McClavic scored Kusenki, who came in to run for Viscoso. As now Warner hits that one hard down the left field line, but foul. Still 0-2. And it's Weston Nelson now at first as a pinch runner. Warner down in the count 0-2. And a fastball outside corner. Warner doesn't like the call. It's the second time he's been called out on strikes. That'll bring in
First baseman
Mitch
number
Sutton.
45, Mitch Sutton.
It's now 2 outs in the inning. Runner at first. And a throw over to first. As Nelson will scurry back in time. There are 3 hits in the inning. Has led to 2 runs. A's came into this inning with just 1 hit through the first 5 as Sutton on a check swing makes contact, hits it fair up the third base line as Borgert will make a barehanded play, and the throw is in time.
That was our Misma.
So a nice play on the inning, but the A's get 2.
And your A's scored 2 runs.
A couple of doubles, one from Ryan, one from Viscoso, and a single from McClavic scores 2 runs. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. A's
Claim your prize at the fan
grab the
service
lead.
table.
And it's 2-0 in favor of the A's. A's now lead 2-0 as Schmitz is on the mound. And his team finally has given him a lead, and it's a ball down and away to Andy Cannon. Now the 1-0 is popped up. Looks like it is going to stay in play, and Schmitz had a play, but he drops it in foul territory.
First baseman never saw.
As it drops in foul territory. So what could have been the first out is just a strike. It's 1-1. It was a tough play for Schmitz. He was also battling the sun as it bounced off the heel of his glove and landed safely to the turf. And now the 1-1 is hit into center. Hit into right center as McClavic's going to make the catch. And that's the first
Center
out.
fielder number 3, Clayton Schmidt.
So 1 up, 1 down, top of the order, it'll be Clayton Schmidt. He's flung out to left and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. It's quickly 0-1. Now a fastball that just missed the outside. 1-1. Schmitz has given up 2 base runners. It was a single from Huang in the second and a hit by pitch to Zimmerman in the last inning. So now it's 1-2. Both runners were left stranded, and Schmitz so far has pitched a shutout. And there's a swing and a foul. That was over the dugout of the Muskies. It's still 1-2. Now a swing and a miss, gets away from Grimm. He'll pick it up, and the throw will be in time as he'll make the throw to the foul side of the first base bag. As it rolled to the backstop, took a good bounce off of it, and shortened the distance that Grimm had to pick up the ball. So that's the second out. Now Kalupa having a chat with the home plate umpire. And I believe it was asking for an appeal, something to do with the play.
Designated hitter number 31, Sam Swan.
The way he's arguing.
I'm sure what his argument was, but the call will stand. It goes as a strikeout in 2-3.
Probably saying foul tip.
That's what I'm wondering too. If that was a foul ball.
So it's 0-1 now to Sam Swan. That strikeout was number 5 for Schmitz, and now there's a tapper right back to Schmitz. He'll pick it up and make the throw in time. Another clean inning. It's his 4th 3-up, 3-down inning in 6 innings pitched. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. We're through 5.5. A's still leading over the Muskies 2-0.
August 20th, we're holding our annual Snipe Scramble Golf outing at Town and Country.
Moses.
It'll be Moses to lead it off. Stelt and then Grimm to follow. 3-4-5. The A's have the middle of the order in a game they now have the lead. As they scored 2 in the last offensive inning. That was in the bottom of the 5th. It's a double from Viscozel and a single from McClavic. It's a 1-0 count. Now Moses hits one foul to the right side out of play. 1-1. Moses has been kept off the bases so far. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, and he's grounded out to short. As now he hits that one deep into left center. Giving it a look
Well, he hit that better than I thought.
is Clayton Schmidt, and he's going to come crashing into the wall as that one hits off the Legend Larry sign. That's going to be a leadoff double, the second straight double to lead off an inning.
Wow, I thought that was routine.
Moses better be
Third baseman, number 19, Harry Stelt.
Moses better be careful, otherwise he's going to find himself in the Northwoods. He just lost Folger. Folger's gone after the weekend. He already lost Brady.
It'll be Harry Stelt now. Did look like Schmidt had a shot at that ball in left center. The wind is blowing out towards that area, so that may have helped carry the ball. Although Moses did hit it well, for that ball smacked off the Legend Larry's banner. Now the 0-1 has popped up to right, and making the catch is swinging in right. That's the first out.
Catcher, number 9, Taylor Grimm.
So now it's Taylor Grimm. Runner still at second, as that was not a deep enough fly ball for Moses to try to advance to third base. Grimm has grounded into a 3 unassisted and grounded out to third. He's 0 for 2 in this game 1. A's will have the West Dallas Nighthawks following this game. And it's a curveball off the outside. It's 1-0. First pitch for that game will be at 7:30. Even if this game finishes an hour to 45 minutes before the first pitch for that game. Not like a regular doubleheader where you go out as soon as both teams are ready for the second game. It's a 2-0 count to Grimm. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch down low, 2-1. 2-0 lead for the A's. They are looking to try and add at least one more. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It's a fastball up in the zone, 3-1. A's just need 3 more defensive outs to clinch this one. Again, this game only goes 7 innings. And as they are the home team based on a coin flip, just need to get the outs in the top of the 7th for a victory. As that one's grounded to the right side, it'll be picked up by Cannon at second. And the flip to first is in time. Moses does advance over to third.
Designated hitter number 39, Adam Ryan.
Goes as a 4-3, and it'll bring up Adam Ryan, who helped start that rally in the last inning in the 5th. Hit a 2-0 pitch deep into left center. That one hop the fence for a leadoff double. He'll take one inside, 1-0. He scored on the double by Viscozel 2 batters later. And then Kasenki, who came in to run for Viscozel, scored on the single from McClavic. It's a called strike. 1-1 on the inside, as Ryan didn't like the call. Ryan DHing tonight. 1-1 is grounded, foul, or fair actually. A nice play by Zimmerman at first base as it took a funny hop on him. And he used his body to corral that ball and then quickly stepped on first, and that's a 3 unassisted that strands a runner to end the inning. But we'll go to the top of the 7th.
50-50 raffle ticket tonight?
A's just need 3 more outs on defense, and they'll clinch this game over the Muskies
Oh, the $21 here.
as they lead 2-0. And Schmitz will come back on the mound looking for the complete game shutout.
All right, now the way we do it, if you bought a ticket, stand up.
It'll be Ethan Urban to lead it off. The middle of the order, 3-4-5. And the first pitch is a curve that missed outside. 1-0 the count. After Urban, it'll be Marauder and then Borgart. And that 1-0 is fouled back to the netting. 1-1. Schmitz has 6 Ks so far as we enter the top of the 7th.
Yeah.
Now that one's hit into left center. And McClavick's going to make a diving catch in left center that robs him of a double.
Nice catch.
Looked for sure like that one was going to find some outfield grass, but McClavick on his horse.
That actually looked like it was Saltzman.
That's actually Chris Saltzman now in center. So Saltzman comes in as an offensive replacement, and the first batter, he makes a diving
Shortstop number
catch.
37, Connor Marauder.
Last second, he just leapt out for that one and snagged it out of the air. So it steals an out, and the A's are 2 more outs away from winning this one. They lead 2-0. Still just 1 hit for the Muskies. As now that one's going to be a bloop into left that'll fall in for a base hit. As Water has some trouble with it, he overran it.
How many times is he going to misplay a ground ball?
Third baseman number 33, Trent Borgart.
Marauder does not advance. So no harm from that misplay by Water. So Marauder is at first. It's now Trent Borgart, and the first pitch is grounded to Stelz. And he got his glove on the ball, but then he couldn't find it. He knocked it right down in front of him, off a bit to his right.
I would say base hit.
It'll be an infield single. He thought he had it in his glove, and he looked around, he couldn't find it. So back-to-back 2 or 1-out singles.
Right fielder number 20, Jackson Huang.
That's going to bring up Jackson Huang. So now that play by Saltzman big in this inning the very least, it's bases loaded with nobody out. And maybe even a run in. In a game that's just 2-0. Now there's a first pitch pop-up. Sutton's going to make the catch. And that's the second out. That'll bring up Tom Zimmerman, the last chance for the Pewaukee
First
Muskies.
baseman number 27, Tom Zimmerman.
Zimmerman has flown out to center. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th. He's 0 for 1. A curveball down and away. And Grimm tried to block it, but it gets away. So it's a ball, 1-0. But the big issue is it's a wild pitch that allows 2 runners to advance, and now the tying run stands at second base. Ronner goes from second to third. Borgart goes first to second. And the 1-0, grounded to Stelt. And a short hop gets through him into left. That's going to allow 1 to score. Now the throw from Ronner is off the line, and 2 runs are going to score, and it's tied at 2. The throw will go to second from Grimm, and that's going to be an out. 2 runs do score as Stelt misplays one that goes through his legs. And we're going to have a bottom half of the inning in a game that's now tied. It's 2-2. We're going to have a bottom of the 7th after an error by Harry Stelt allows 2 to score. As Barry will square to bunt and gets it back in time, and it's a ball, 1-0. Bottom of the order, it's Barry, Kasanke, and then Chris Saltzman. That one's fouled away, 1-1. Only 1-1 to Barry. Started to pull up or try for a bunt, quickly pulled it back as that one missed high, 2-1. Now Barry pops one up into right. It's going to hang up for playing in right, and he's going to make the catch for an easy out, number 1.
Sankey. Sorry.
Shortstop, number 14, Grant Kosenke.
Grant Kisenki now, 1 out in the inning. The game again that's now tied at 2. Kisenki takes a called strike, going 1. Kisenki is 1 for 1. He's singled. Now he'll take a curve for a strike, 0-2. He was pinch hit for by Viscozel, who doubled in a run for Kisenki. Then pinch ran for Viscozel at second. Again, starters are allowed to re-enter the game once per game in this tournament. He'll foul that one away, 0-2. So if Kisenki comes out at any point in this game, he'll be out for the rest of the game. And now he'll swing and miss. That's a strikeout. That's the second out of the inning, and it's 2 quick outs. Now it's going to bring up Chris Saltzman.
Center fielder number 26, Chris Saltzman.
Saltzman came in as a defensive replacement in the last inning. He made a phenomenal catch that robbed the leadoff batter of a double. If he doesn't make that catch, we're very well might be looking at a game that's a 3-2 lead for the Muskies. The first one is a ball, 1-0. Well, that one's down low. 2 balls and no strikes. It's the top of the order to follow. A's looking to avoid extra innings. They were 1 out away for an error. Sent this one to the bottom half, and now there's a ground ball off the glove of Borgart. That'll be likely ruled an E5. The second, or the first error for the Muskies.
Left fielder number 16, Mark Warner.
So now it's Mark Warner. The A's have the winning run at first base. 2 outs in the inning. Warner has struck out twice and grounded out. Pitch up and away for a ball, 1-0. Saltzman does have good speed. If Warner can find a gap, very well might give the A's the walk-off win. Now he'll take one down and away. It's 2-0. Gudinski's still on the mound. Now a timeout called as Jim Kalupa is going to have a walkout to the mound and have a chat with his pitcher. This is a must-win for the A's. If they lose, the next game won't matter because Pewaukee will move to 3-0 and they'll advance to the semifinal round tomorrow. The A's just need to win both this game and the next game and they'll advance. So the A's do control their own destiny in terms of trying to advance. If they are able to win this one and then lose to West Dallas, it would then fall to a tiebreaker that would determine if they advance to tomorrow. Now Warner hits one on a line right to Marauder at short, who'll play it on a short hop on a backhand, a nice play, and throw it over to first in time, and that's going to end the inning. The A's get a runner on an error, but they leave him stranded at first, and we have completed 7 innings. And because we are still tied, we're going to have extras. It'll be the top of the 8th.
We are headed to
We are tied at
extra
2.
innings in this game after the completion
Mike Roofer is going to lead it off. In a game that's now tied, it'll be 8-9-1 in the order. Roofer, Cannon, and then Schmidt at the top of the order. As Eric Schmitz is still on the mound. He's given up 2 runs, but they're both unearned. So he'll quickly move ahead 0-1. Now that one's lined into right. Initially Moses came in, then comes back and puts his glove up to make the catch. That's the first out.
Second baseman number 19, Andy Cannon.
The extra inning rules for this tournament, innings 8 and 9 are played as any other extra inning. Each team will have a chance to bat in the top and bottom of the inning. And if there's a lead, that team will be the winner. It's an 0-1 now to Cannon, as that one misses. Now that is outside, 1-1. Should we make it to the 10th inning, the last out in the previous inning starts at second. Then any inning past the 11th and on, the previous 2 batters to get out will start at second and third. Now there's a check swing for a strike, and it's 1-2. Cannon has flown out twice, once to left and once to center. The 1-2 is a fastball up and in, 2-2. Now he's swinging a ground ball that'll be off the front of the A's dugout. So still 2-2. And now the 2-2 is a called strike. Cannon doesn't like the call, but he's out. That's the 6th strikeout for Eric Schmitz.
Center fielder number 3, Clayton Schmidt.
Now it's going to be Clayton Schmidt. Top of the order. Schmidt is in center. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out to left, he's grounded out to short, and he's struck out so far tonight. The 0-1 taken down and away. Snagged by Grimm is 1-1. There's a fastball right on the outside for a strike. And it's quickly 1-2. Schmitz is trying to get the A's defense in the dugout, try and give them a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 8th. There's a fly ball into right center. It's deep. Saltzman is on his horse, but he can't get to it. That's going to fall in. He's going to cut it off.
Oh, jeez, come on.
The throw will go to Barry, the cutoff man, as the runner will go to second. It's a double with 2 outs.
Designated hitter number 31, Sam Swan.
So Sam Swan, the DH, will bat with the go-ahead run at second base. Now here comes Lumens out of the dugout. The entire infield's going to come in, along with Grimm. It does not appear as if Schmitz is coming out of the game. Lumens has yet to take the ball from him. I believe Schmitz has talked himself into at least one more batter. Lumens is going to walk back to the dugout, and Schmitz is going to stay in the game. There's 2 outs. The go-ahead run is at second base. We're at the top of the 8th. This game only goes 7, so this is an extra inning game now. This game follows normal extra inning rules for the first 2 innings, so innings 8 and 9. Play as regular extra inning games. We get to the 10th, it will get a little weird with base runners that will start off in the inning. So now it's a man at second, and there's a swing and a miss from Swan, a foul tip. He's down 0-1. Swan has struck out. He's also flown out and grounded out back to Schmitz. He's 0 for 3. On the 0-1. Fastball right on the outside for a strike. It's 0-2 to Swan. It's tied at 2. A's got 2 in the bottom of the 5th to give them the lead. An error by Stelz. Allowed 2 to score in the top of the 7th. That's why we're here in the top of the 8th. Now he's swinging a ground ball to Barry at second base. Takes kind of a weird side hop, but he makes the play and throws him out, and the inning is going to end. So Schmitz gives up a double with 2 outs, but he keeps the runner stranded, and we'll have a bottom of the 8th that's still tied. It's 2-2 between the Pewaukee Muskies and the Sheboygan A's.
Now pitching for Pewaukee, number 22, Justin Mortensen. Leading off bottom of the 8th for the A's is the first baseman, number 45, Mitch Sutton.
Mitch Sutton will lead it off, and we have a new pitcher for Pewaukee. It's Justin Mortensen, number 22. In replacement of Cameron Gudinski, the starter, who goes 7 innings, gives up 2 runs. Set pitches down low and inside. It's 1-0 to Sutton. A's have their middle of the order. It's Sutton, Moses, and Stelt. So a good spot as they try and walk this one off, and a game tied at 2. The 1-0 is a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
You call that a strike? Thought the catcher picked that out.
Gudinski finished the game with 4 strikeouts. So that one misses down and away, 2-1. Gave up 5 base hits. Both of those runs were earned runs. And now Sutton pops one up to the right side, and making the play will be the shortstop, Marauder. Will make the play right in front of the second baseman for the first out.
Right fielder, number 36, Josh Moses.
So 1 up, 1 down for Josh Moses. He was 0 for 2 to start today. He had a double in the 6th. It's his first hit of this game. He was left stranded. That double came to lead off the inning. It's now a 1-0 count to start the at-bat to Moses. With Stelt, the cleanup hitter, following. 1 out in the inning. Fastball called strike, 1-1. Now another called strike. Bottom of the zone on the outside. 1-2. This one just missed below the zone. Moses took a close one. Moves the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 to Moses. Down and away. Now gone full to Moses. Mortensen, lefty set, and the 3-2 is lined into center, but right at the center fielder, who makes a nice diving catch. And the second out is recorded. Moses had a good at bat, took some close pitches, got a pitch he could handle, he hit it well.
Third baseman, number 19, Harry Stell.
But he hit it right at Schmidt. Came charging in, laid out, robbing Moses of a hit, so now it's Stelt. The team co-leader in home runs with 5. And he'll take a called strike on the outside. And it's 0-1. His error in the top of the 7th allowed 2 to score, which tied the game, and that's why we are here in the bottom of the 8th. He'll take one down and away for a ball. 1-1 to Stelt, who was 0 for 3 on the day offensively, and now he'll take a called strike on the outside. It's 1-2. One-two to Stelt, down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 to Stelt, swung on and foul. Stelt just got a piece of it. As the foul ball caught a piece of the catcher Roofer, who went down in pain. Now he's up walking around trying to walk it off. Roofer should be okay. So it's still a 2-2 pitch, or still 2-2 count coming up in the next pitch. Mortensen set, now the 2-2. Down low, gets away from Roofer as it'll skip onto the backstop. It's now a full count with 2 outs. The bases are empty. It's Taylor Grimm, the catcher, standing on deck. Payoff to Stelt. In on his hands, fouled it off straight back. Tough at bat here from Stelt. This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat. He's trying to get a base runner that would give them the go-ahead run on the bases. Now that one's popped up to the right side, and that's going to just get out of play. Actually landed on the warning track, just out of the reach of Zimmerman, who sprinted after it. So it'll be pitch number 8 of the at-bat. Stelt doing all he can to battle his way through just to get on base. It's a game tied at 2. A's get 1, they'll walk off. 3-2 again. Swung on and popped up to the right side. And that's going to be dropped by the right fielder, Jackson Huang, and that's going to be a runner at first. was off his glove.
Catcher number 9, Taylor Grimm.
So it's Taylor Grimm. As Stout reaches on an E9, so the inning will continue for the A's.
Anybody can run for it.
Ben Gordon coming in to run for Harry.
And we're going to have a pinch runner. It'll be Ben Gordon taking Stout's spot on the bases.
Pinch running number 23, Ben Gordon.
Stout, not fleet of foot, will be replaced by Gordon, who represents the run that will give the A's the win. If he scores, the game is over. There's 2 outs. It's Taylor Grimm. Gordon does have pretty good speed. A gapper should score him. And the first pitch to Grimm, a pitch down low. Nice scoop by Roofer, keeps him at first. The 1-0 to Grimm. A big swing and a foul. Just in front of the plate. 1-1. Mortensen with the 1-1. A miss down low. 2 balls and a strike. Grimm is 0 for 3. He's grounded out 3 times. Once to first, once to third, and once to second. 2-1. Inside strike. It's evened up at 2. Runner at first is Ben Gordon. Pinch running for Stout, who reached on the error by Huang in right. Away swinging a foul. Takes a couple of hops to the on-deck hitter Ryan. And grab it barehanded and flip it to the catcher. So it's still 2-2. This will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. And it's down low. It's down low, skips in the dirt. Gets about a couple feet away from Roofer, but not far enough away that Gordon could have tried for second. It does work the count full. It's 3-2. Pitch number 7 is ball 4. Gordon will go to second, Grimm to first. A's have the winning run at second base. That'll bring Kalupa out to the mound to have a chat with his pitcher Justin Mortison. It'll bring up Adam Ryan. He is 1 for 3, and he's got a double. That came in the 5th that led off the inning. He eventually scored on the double from Viscoso later in the inning.
Designated hitter number 39, Adam Ryan.
He scored the first of 2 runs in that inning. Now we're going to have another pinch runner. It'll be Rodney Valdez, who is the pitcher likely to...
Courtesy runner for the catcher number 48, Rodney Valdez.
Who's the probable pitcher for the next game. Valdez does have good speed. He's a good base runner. He does have a stolen base on the season.
It's just to get Grimm ready.
There's a called strike on the outside. On a curve from Mortensen. It's 0-1. Run at first, though, doesn't matter. It's Gordon's run, who represents the winning run at second. A game that's tied at 2, and Ryan takes one down low. Blocked by Roofer, 1-1. If Ryan can find some outfield grass, A's should walk off with a victory. 1-1. In on the hands, fouled into the netting. The matchup does favor Justin Mortensen. He's a lefty, facing the lefty batting Adam Ryan. It's now a 1-2 count. Mortensen set. Looks to the runner at second in the 1-2. As a curve popped up out of play. So still 1-2. The last few batters have been battling. A's trying to walk off with a victory. 1-2 again. Gets away from Roofer. Gordon takes off. He's going to slide and he's safe. Valdez goes to second. A's have the winning run 90 feet away with 2 outs. So now a base hit definitely, and the A's will walk off. It's a 2-2 count. Pitch number 6. 2-2, and there's a called third strike. Ryan took one right down the middle, and that's going to end the inning. So the A's put the winning run 90 feet away with 2 outs. And that's going to send us to the 9th. So it'll be Pewaukee in a game, and it's still tied at 2.
Number 25, Ethan Urban.
Now pitching for the A's, it's Ben Folger. We're the top of the 9th. And it's the middle of the order. Ethan Urban, Connor Marauder, and Trent Borgart. As Folger misses outside, 1-0. Was this spot in the order that started the rally that allowed the Muskies to tie it up at 2. That was in the top of the 7th. So that one misses outside, 2-0. It started with Marauder, who singled. Borgart followed with a single. Then an E5 allowed 2 to score. So that one's hit into center. That's going to drop in. That's a base hit in front of Saltzman. Urban in his last at-bat hit one deep into left center that was robbed by Saltzman. He laid out and robbed him of a double.
Shortstop number 37, Connor Marauder.
And that's still a big play in this game because it very well would have led to 3 runs scoring in that 7th. We might be looking at a 3-2 victory for the Muskies. Instead, we're here in the 9th. Go-ahead run at first. And now it's Marauder, and the first pitch is lined right to Kisenki, and he'll make the catch as he takes a couple steps in. So Marauder lines out on the first pitch. Urban has to stay at first.
Third baseman number 33, Trent Borgard.
Now it's Trent Borgard, the third baseman. He's 1 for 3. His one base hit came in the 7th. He was the tying run to score on the Stelt error. There's a called strike from Folger, 0-1. Folger, a lefty submarine pitcher. Trying to pitch the A's into the bottom half of the 9th. Now there's a pitch off the outside. As Grimm had some issues with the transfer as the runner was off on the pitch, and that's going to be a stolen base. So the go-ahead run now at second base with less than 2 outs. The runner is Urban. 1 out in the inning. Swinging a foul out of play into the net, 1-2.
Bueller.
Should this game reach the 10th, we'll start with some wacky rules. The last batters to get out in each inning will start at second, and there's a swing and a miss. Folger gets a strikeout. That's his first. That's 2 outs.
Right fielder number 20, Jackson Huang.
So now Jackson Huang, the right fielder. 2 outs in the inning, runner at second. Game still tied at 2. This has been a close game throughout. So that one's down low for a ball, 1-0. Both teams were held to just 1 hit. And both teams were shut out through the first 4.5 before the A's got 2 in the 5th. And then 2 in the 7th for Pewaukee. Both teams with 5 hits. So now it's 2 balls and no strikes to Huang. On defense, the Muskies have committed 2 errors. A's 1. As now Grimm's going to call timeout and take a trot out to have a chat with Folger. Going over what they want to do here. It's a 2-0 count. From the lefty Folger, swung on and grounded to Stelt. He'll pick it up and he'll make the throw, and it's in time. The A's are out of the inning. Leadoff base hit. He's stranded at second. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th inning. A's still trying to walk it off in a game that's tied at 2.
In between games, please visit our souvenir stand for all your A's apparel and new
Hunter Berry.
The A's have their bottom of the order, bottom of the ninth. This is the second extra inning. Again, this game only goes 7, so this ninth is extra inning number 2. And it's outside to Berry, 1-0. Berry has struck out and flown out to right twice. He's 0 for 3. 1-0. Bottom of the zone strike. 1-1. A's need 1 to win. If we go to the 10th inning, we'll start with runners at second base. If we go to the 11th, we'll have runners at second and third. And the 1-1 is grounded right to Cannon at second, and the play is made. It's an easy 4-3 putout for out number 1.
Shortstop, number 14, Grant Kosenki.
So now with Grant Kosenki, he's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled. He's also scored a run.
The guys who came in before are not allowed back in. Re-entry for starters only.
Now a called strike, 0-1.
Really nice to have the Sosa come up to that. Just put one in
After Kosenki, it's Chris Saltzman on deck. As Kosenki hits that one straight back into the net, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch, swung on a miss, there's a strikeout. That's the second out of the inning. Justin Mortensen is still on the mound. It's his second inning out of the bullpen.
Center fielder, number 26, Chris Saltzman.
That was his second K. His first came to Adam Ryan. That struck him out with runners at second and third and 2 outs in the inning. As the A's left the go-ahead run stranded at third. Now it's Chris Saltzman. Lefty versus lefty. First pitch is down and away. Ball and no strikes. Initially occupied by Cole McClovic was the 9th spot, before Saltzman came in a defensive change in the 7th inning. Now the 1-0, a half swing, and he comes in and hits him. Saltzman will take first base. So the A's get their base runner. There's 2 outs. And they're going to appeal down to first to maybe see if Saltzman swung on the pitch. Field umpire says he held up. So the hit by pitch stands, and it'll bring up Mark Warner, top of the order. As the A's try to get the walk-off. Now Kalupa having a chat with the home plate umpire. I argue if that actually was a swinging strike, which would overrule the hit by pitch, but no change to the ruling will be made. Saltzman stays at
Left fielder,
first.
number 16, Mark Warner.
So Saltzman at first, top of the order. It's Mark Warner, the left fielder. He's 0 for 4. He struck out twice and grounded out twice. Both ground outs were to short. And he takes a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Down low, blocked by Roofer. Moves the count at an even 1-1. Long look in from Justin Mortensen as he'll come set. And the lefty's 1-1. Is hit foul out of play, 1-2. A's down to their final strike in the inning. They'll have Mitch Sutton to bat next. If Warner can reach. A gapper should score the go-ahead run, which would ultimately give the A's the walk-off. Now he'll swing and miss, gets away from the catcher Roofer. He'll pick it up. Throw to first. Strikeout is recorded, and a 2-3 putout will end the inning. So we finished 9. We'll go to the top of the 10th. As now we'll have runners starting on base. It'll be Jackson Huang to start it off at second base.
Through 9 innings of play, the Wisconsin
For the
Amateur
Pewaukee
Baseball
Muskies,
Classic institutes
as we go to the top of the 10th,
play.
and a game tied at
We are
2-2.
now entering the 10th inning, where new rules will start taking.
First baseman number 27, Tom Zimmerman.
So Tom Zimmerman's going to lead it off, and you'll have a base runner at second. Again, extra inning rules here in the Wisconsin Amateur Baseball Classic. The last batter out from the previous inning, in inning number 10, will start at second. So that was Jackson Huang. He grounded out to end the 9th, so he starts at second. It'll be Folger with Tom Zimmerman. And he squares to bunt, and it's off the outside for a ball, 1-0.
I don't know if I play for him here.
Folger came in the last inning. He gave up a single to lead off the inning. Got a line out, a strikeout, and a ground out to get him out of the inning. 1-0. Bunt is pulled back, and it's a called strike. It's 1-1.
Danny, can one of you turn on the field lights, please?
Should we reach the 11th, the last 2 batters out in this inning will go to second and third, and that format will continue from the 11th inning on if we still cannot determine a winner. So now 2-1 as that one misses down and away to Zimmerman. It's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9. Zimmerman, Roofer, and then Andy Cannon. Zimmerman has reached on an error. He's been hit by a pitch and he's flown out. He swing and hits a liner right up the box, off the glove of Folger. He almost had it in his glove. Was able to knock it down. Does prevent a run from scoring, but now it's runners on the corners with nobody out.
Catcher number 30, Mike Roofer.
Folger nearly snagged that one. He got a piece of it. He doesn't get a glove on that one. That one's easily in the center. Now we're going to have a pinch runner. It'll be Ty Greco, number 13, at first base.
Pinch running number 13, Ty Greco.
So a leadoff single. Again, with that runner that started at second, the leadoff single puts runners at first and third. As Luma's now going to walk out and have a chat. The infield already having a talk as Lumen is working his way to the mound. Having a talk with his infield. They'll be talking about where they want to go on a ground ball. Lumen seems to be talking to his entire infield rather than just Folger. now the meeting will be broken up. Everyone in the infield will take their positions. Lumens will walk back to the dugout. And it's going to be Mike Roofer, the catcher. Nobody out. Runner at first is Zimmerman. He's singled to lead off the inning. And Huang at third, who started at second due to the extra inning rules. Folger, the first pitch off the outside, 1-0. So now they have the runner cut off of first base, and they're just going to let him take second. Greco, who pinch ran for Zimmerman, was halfway between first when Grimm was running at him, and he didn't want to make a throw, and the chance that Huang was going to try and score from third. So now runners at second and third. The infield will now come in. It's a called strike, 1-1. It does eliminate the chance of a double play, but Grimm didn't want a chance that Huang might try and break home for a stolen base. We'll swing a foul straight back, and it's 1-2. The catcher is 0 for 3. He's lined out to right, he's flung out to right, and he's popped out to Barry at second base. 1-2 from Folger, swung on and fouled back to the netting again. Still 1-2. Folger trying to get the first out of the inning. The go-ahead run is Huang at third base. Another runner at second. On the pitch down and in, blocked by Grimm. 2-2. Good job by Grimm. Keeps the game tied. The 2-2 from Folger. Way off the outside. It's a full count. It's 3-2. A walk wouldn't be the worst here. It would put a force at any base, as there are runners on second and third. Full count, swung on and grounded. Kasenki picks it up in the hole. The throw home is late. Now run's going to score. Kasenki did a good job with the infield in, taking steps to his right, made the play in the hole. He had a shot at the runner trying to score, but the throw was up the line, and Grimm couldn't make the tag in time, so it's a 3-2 lead for Pewaukee here in the top of the 10th. Still nobody out. Greco does not advance from second.
Pinch hitting number 39, Nick Bastine.
So now it's a pinch hitter, Nick Bastine, for Andy Cannon. Runners at first and second. As Sutton and Stout playing for a bunt. As Bastine will square to bunt. It's off the outside, ball and no strikes. The play from Roofer goes as a fielder's choice. As he's at first base. Greco still at second. Now there's a strike, and now Grimm may throw down to second, and he got him. Grimm picks off the runner Greco, who was caught off a little too far from second base, and it was a great take from Kasenki, who had to lay out to grab the ball, and he tagged him as he was falling to the dirt. A phenomenal play.
Let's go.
Steals an out. It's the first of the inning. Now a double play, the A's can get out of the inning. It's a 1-1 count. It's a fastball on the outside, just missing. 2-1. Goes a 2-6 on a caught stealing to Greco. The 2-1. Down and away. Scooped up by Grimm. It's 3-1. Now the 3-1 is a strike. A called strike, and it's now a full count with 1 out. Folger trying to get the double play that would get him out of the inning. A run is in. And a swing and a foul to the right side. And that will be out of the reach of Sutton as he'll sprint after it on the dirt track up along the fence in foul territory. Folger set. 3-2 again. Outside corner. Called strike 3. Second out of the inning. So Bastien is called out. 2 outs now for the top of the order.
Center fielder number 3, Clayton Schmidt.
So now it's Clayton Schmidt. Top of the order. Called strike, 0-1. The 0-1 from Folger. This is the outside, 1-1. The run is in. The A's will start the next inning with a runner at second. It'll be Mark Warner. As now that one's flipped into left. Warner's going to give it a chase, and it's going to be foul. Schmidt got in front of it. Beat it pretty far. But about 3 or 4 feet left, foul. So it's a 1-2 count. Schmidt has doubled. He's struck out. He's grounded out, and he's flown out. He's 1 for 4. 1-2, and it'll be a throw over to first. And the runner Roofer is back in time. Now a swing and a pop-up into right. Moses underneath it. Staring into the sun, but he's got his sunglasses on. He'll make the catch. That is going to end the inning. The Muskies get 1. And we'll head to the bottom half of the 10th. The A's now need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead. They'll have Warner on second. And it'll be Mitch Sutton to lead off the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 10th, the Muskies now lead 3-2.